Native and Chicago business consultant Ayesha Patterson has just written her first book, The Subtle Shark, which offers job advice to college grads and first-time job seekers. In tonight's Business Spotlight, Patterson talks with Lakeshore's Rick Richards about how she got involved in entrepreneurship and job mentoring.
What do you suggest for college grads this year as they go into what a lot of people are saying, well, we're in a recovery, but it's still a pretty tight job market? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would give them the advice of, if they want careers and want to work for companies, that they still need to, go ahead and seek out those opportunities, but to consider entrepreneurship as a viable option. When we are in such a tight economy, it's not always guaranteed that you're going to graduate and come out with a job. So entrepreneurship is another way for them to take control of their careers and possibly do something a little differently than they may have thought when they first went into college. So it is something to consider.
So you've just written your first book, The Subtle Shark.
Yes.
That's sort of a guide, a help for recent college grads. Talk a little bit about the book and how that came about.
So the book came about as I worked my way up through Best Buy, and I had employees that worked for me, and I started mentoring a lot of them. And at their request, I hadn't even considered mentoring until a few of them started to ask me about it. And the relationship that I built with them as far as coaching them through their career obstacles, it took me back to the same career obstacles that I had before. And so that gave me the inspiration to write the book. It wasn't, getting ahead is not always that easy, and sometimes you don't know how to react in certain situations. So I wrote so that's why I got inspired to write the book, and I wrote it from an autobiographical aspect, so that people could see real life examples of what happens and what you can do about it, and how to, so in case they come across those particular situations, then they can have some kind of grasp on how they could possibly handle it themselves.
Patterson will hold a book signing from 6 to 10 p.m. Friday, June 28th at Gatto's Restaurant in Tinley Park, Illinois. Well, meteorologist Matt Wintz has your accurate